Hello. So instead of using a VTT, a virtual tabletop, to do RPGs, I was thinking of using this online collaborative Photoshop kind of tool called Magma Studio. And this is just a video showing off what it can do. If it gains traction or people like it, I might make a video on how to set this up. But basically, it's kind of like just Photoshop. You can, write down notes. You can erase them, of course. You can undo, and if you want to, you can even import in images. Let's say I had an image of a dungeon, I can import it and it can appear right there. And maybe a trap, maybe the players crack the rock on this trap and I can do that. You can do a lot of stuff with it, especially if you're like artist, or you're somebody with artistic ability, or like to draw. This can be pretty good for you. So I'm just going to erase this, and I'm going to show you guys the Hex Map. So let's say the players are adventuring and they find a temple of some kind. I already have a temple layer here, but I can just enable the grid and I can start drawing the temple out. So pretty simple. You can just use like rectangles to demarcate areas. If you wanted to really get fancy with it, you could create another layer, do something like this, maybe have it like slotted in like that, and then I can merge the two layers. Basically, anything you can do in Photoshop, you can usually do in here. And you can do stuff like make other shapes maybe. Let's say I wanted a pillar right around there. And let's say that this part has become caved in or something, and there's more of like an organic kind of look to this part. I can do something like that. You can pretty much do anything with it as long as you can draw it out. But let's say you don't want to draw as you're playing the game, which is what I will do. I will draw it out as the players are playing. No problem. Let's say I had a cave system of some kind. I already have something here, but I'm going to remove it. Oops. Removed it from the wrong layer. There you go. So I can just drag in images, and I can basically have segmented parts of a map put into different image files, and the transparency around it is just enough that it fits directly into the canvas where I want it to. So I'll explain that in another video if like people want me to. But it's pretty handy because from here you can just say, okay, maybe there's another cave in, and let's say, yeah, this part is now inaccessible. You can just modify the map on the fly, and there's no issue with that. So as for player tokens, whenever somebody joins Magma Studio, they are given a layer. So they can just draw whatever they want on the layer. They can press V to move it around, and they can just move that around, and that makes it very easy for the players. And because of the grid, you can do combat, you can measure out stuff pretty easily, which is nice. So if you want a more analog feel, or you just like drawing out your maps as you go along, which I definitely do, or even if like you wanted to be able to explain things to your players more visually, then this might be for you, maybe. I hope you enjoyed the video.